Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.
Hey YouTube buddy, it's been a minute, but I'm back with a double review of the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic comic, issue number 2, and the episode Keep Calm and Flutter On. Because the comics tell a continuous story, I'm going to quickly recap the plot of issue number 1. Queen Chrysalis is back, and she's having her little minions pull an invasion of the Body Snatchers. The main six manage to save Ponyville, but the Cutie Mark Crusaders get spirited away to Changeling Land. So let's start with the covers. Just like last time, there are a lot of them, and they're all pretty cool. Some featuring fan favorites like Derpy and Dr. Hooves. I personally got the one featuring Rarity and Applejack, my least and second least favorite of the main six respectively. Well, you snooze, you lose. The story of Volume 2 begins with the team, I swear I'm not kidding, going to basically the Minds of Moira. And yes,
they have a cave troll.
Except the Equestria version of Moria was built by the Diamond Dogs. So there's obviously a lot of visual references to their lord and master, the great David Bowie. After the group gives the slip to the cave troll, they get separated by a group of changelings bent on sowing the seeds of mistrust. And it actually works.
Apparently ponies don't understand the concept of follow-up questions.
Next, Twilight and company face off against another Tolkien-esque monstrosity, giant spiders. After another escape, the comic ends with the team splitting up and going in several different directions. Just by looking at it, you can tell that at a minimum, writer Katie Cook and artist Andy Prince watched the hell out of the show. This comic is packed with little references and callbacks, like the aforementioned Diamond Dogs, and the return of performance-anxious Rainbow Dash and straight-haired Pinkie Pie. Unfortunately, the issue suffers from middle child syndrome. There's no real character development, and only a little bit of plot advancement. And hey, I got to see candy-colored ponies fighting giant cockney spiders, and that's pretty awesome. Final verdict, 4 out of 5. Well, that's enough starters, now on to the main course. Keep Calm and Flutter On is an episode that I've been looking forward to for a while. Not only is it the first Fluttershy episode in Season 3, but it's also the return of the Chaos Bringer himself, Discord. The episode begins with Princess Celestia, who is a Q Continuum parole officer apparently, asking the main six to help Loki change his evil ways. But I guess you don't get to run a magical land of fantasy for centuries by being a complete idiot, so she leaves the elements of harmony with Twilight and friends just in case. But this time under a spell that will stop Discord from taking them.
Because that worked so well last time.
Now to most ponies, and humans for that matter, it might sound like Princess Celestia has her tiara on too tight. But not Fluttershy. The shy, sweet little Pegasus opens her heart and her home to an entity who has done nothing up to this point but manipulate and mutilate her, her friends, and the laws of physics.
There's a fine line between naive and stupid.
Most of the middle of the episode plays out like an Odd Couple episode, with Fluttershy and Tesnech as comically mismatched roommates. Events come to a head when Shea Gorath floods Sweet Apple Acres, and Fluttershy will stop being friends with him if he doesn't fix it. Surprisingly, this works. Q reforms, and the day is saved. Huh. In terms of character development, the one character who actually changed was Discord, who goes from being entirely self-focused and using his power to do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, to understanding that if he wants relationships, he has to learn to compromise. 3 cheers for emotional blackmail? This feels like an odd turn for him, but I'll get more into that in a minute. It's time to break down the good parts and the bad parts of the episode. This season has had a lack of Fluttershy, and she's a lot of fun, unless you make any sudden moves or loud noises. Boo! Seeing her suffer through Discord's nonsensical antics is definitely a lot of fun. And just like the Season 2 premiere, John Delancey is excellent as Discord. His voice goes great with creative anarchy on screen. The comedy in this episode is also fantastic, from the main bits to the background gags. Unfortunately, I do have one teeny tiny little problem with the show. The resolution. It almost feels like we missed a step in Discord's character development. In the Season 2 premiere, Discord is definitely chaotic evil. His externally playful demeanor masking a cruel streak a mile wide. He seemed to regard the suffering of others as his chief form of entertainment. But in Keep Calm and Flutter On, he's more just a devil-may-care mischievous sprite, whose main flaw is selfishness and not thinking about the consequences of his actions. It's like we went from chaotic evil to chaotic misguided between episodes. But on the other hand, this might actually be a good character turn for him, making Discord less straight-up evil and harder to predict, basically more chaotic. But still, a great, fun episode, absolutely worth watching. I give Keep Calm and Flutter On 4 out of 5.